another sponsor. I know I see some members of JCFI, so please give it up for JCFI. Thank you. And then one of our other sponsors is the Southland Juvenile Justice Council. So thank you to our sponsors, because without our sponsors, this would not be possible. All right, so now we're going to have my soror Erica. She is going to introduce our keynote speakers. So y'all get ready. Make some noise while you sing!
Students, make some noise if your parents made you come. They made you wake up. If they made you wake up early and say, get ready, we gotta go. Thank you for it. Who's excited to be here? Who's excited to get some empowerment, to get some college and career information? Make some noise if you rolled up with your good friends. Who came with their friends? Good, that means that you're gonna participate. That means that you won't be quiet in this session. We are so elated to have you today. We have prepared, as you heard, such an inviting opportunity for you to engage. Please engage. Don't make us look at you like this and be forced to ask you questions. We are so excited. We are so excited to have you here. So I'm going to do my job. I have been asked to introduce our amazing keynote. Jeffrey Beckham Jr. is a nationally recognized education leader, AI innovator, and artist entrepreneur, serving as the CEO of Chicago Scholars and co-CEO of Reach Pathways, an AI-powered platform transforming young people to explore careers and prepare for future of work. As CEO of Chicago Scholars, Jeffrey leads one of the nation's largest college access and leadership development organizations, supporting more than 7,000 students annually and helping drive pathways to higher education, leadership, and economic mobility for young people across Chicago. Under his leadership, the organization has expanded its focus beyond college access toward holistic career readiness, innovation, and long-term success through strategic partnerships with higher education institutions, employers, and philanthropic leaders. He is an Obama Leader USA, a Chicago Innovation Award recipient, and a collaborative builder across the education, technology, and philanthropic ecosystems. Through his leadership, Jeffrey continues to challenge systems to reimagine access, opportunity, and the role of innovation in shaping a more equitable future. Please put your hands together and welcome our keynote, Jeffrey Beckham
Okay. So, shout out to the DJ, party movers. Y'all getting the energy going this morning. We're gonna start. Young people first, clap for yourselves. That's not enough. I need y'all to clap for yourselves. Now, I'm gonna ask you all to do something to humor me, but also to show honor and respect for a legend we lost this week, Reverend Jesse Jackson Sr. So we're gonna do this for him, and it might feel a little old, but know that I'm a big fan of affirmation. So I want you all to repeat after me. I am somebody.
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 Thank you. Those are not just words we utter and say meaninglessly. They mean something. And Reverend Jackson's life meant something. And I think Reverend Jackson's life is a perfect example of you being able to accomplish something without having to be perfect. So again, my name is Jeff Beckham. First, thank you to the amazing Joliet area South Suburban Alumni Chapter, to President Bowie, thank you so much. Yes, let's clap it up for that. Family, I want you all to give it up for these amazing women who are here giving up their time for you all. They did not have to put this together, so let's support them. Yeah, thank you. Now, look, I'm not gonna be here in front of you long. I'm from out this way. I grew up out here. I went to Marian Catholic. I still go to New Faith down the street, even though I work and live in the city. And my mom's a minister, so she's pretty long-winded, but I'm not. So I want to just give you some words of wisdom and encouragement because I think right now we need words of encouragement in our community. So let me take you all back a bit. When I was a young man and I graduated from Missouri, from Marion, I went down to the University of Missouri, Columbia, and I wanted to make my mark on campus, right? So I had this great idea. I wanted to make my mark on campus. I wanted to let people know I was here. So I decided to enter into a talent competition. The talent competition was actually called Delta After Dark. It was the Delta's talent competition, and it was pretty much the biggest event on campus. So people came from all over the state. Missouri, University of Missouri is actually centrally centered in between Kansas City and St. Louis, so people, thousands of folks, came down. And I decided I'm gonna get this idea, I'm gonna sing at the talent show. But here's the problem, I had never sung in front of anybody before. So I get a group together, we all practice for months, the talent show is in November, we practice through the first semester, and it's the day of the show. And this is like late 90s, early 2000s, so singing groups were popular. You know, 112, New Edition, Jagged Edge. So we're here, day of the show. I'm lined up on my mark like this, head down. I've got, I'll describe it, a yellow raincoat. I have on some blue jeans, yellow rain boots, a rain hat. We got canes, because I don't know why we had canes, but we had canes. I wasn't a captain yet then, but we had canes. Right. And I got my head down and there's blue lights on all of us, spotlights. And we're singing New Edition's Can You Stand the Rain? Y'all know the song, right? It's a classic. So the curtain comes up. I got the first verse. You know, you gotta have that first verse right. There's little beads of sweat trickling on my head. I had hair back then, so it was, you know, rolling down. And I stepped to the mic and I hit the, on a perfect day. Hey. Right? Thank you, and that's what I thought I was gonna get. But I got, boo! And the funny part about that was the person booing the loudest was like my friend who came from Chicago and was booing me way in the back. Tells you about my friends. Here's what happened. Despite the fact that I could hear myself on the monitor speakers on the stage, right? My mic wasn't working for everybody else. So curtain goes down, we go to the back. The stage manager comes, she's like, hey guys, I'm sorry, your mics weren't working. Do you want to go again? I look at my guys and they're like yellow in the face. Everybody's like, we're not going back out there. We just embarrassed ourselves in 4,000 people. And I said, you know what, we got to get up there, guys. We worked too hard to get here. Right? We did this all semester. We've been practicing, we're ready. So we go back out, we get on the stage, the curtain goes up, we sing the song. This time folks can hear us. We didn't win the talent show, we finished second. But I realized something at that point, something about myself and something about life. And I hope you all hear this is the first lesson. That there are gonna be times you're gonna get on stages of your life and your mics won't work. But you have to get on stage over and over again. You may not make the team the first time. You may not pass the test the first time. You may not get into the school you want to go to. You may not get that job, but that doesn't mean we quit. It means we get on stage over and over again. And life has been that for me, y'all. Nothing has been descriptive. If you heard the bio, you hear big titles, CEO, co-CEO, all these awards. I can tell you at every turning point in each one of those things, there was a point where either I didn't believe in myself, or I didn't think I was gonna get it, or I didn't get it, but I kept going. And that's the point of this summit today, is to give you energy and skills and equip you to keep going. You gotta keep going. Because I'm gonna tell you guys right now, the world is hard today. There are many people that do not look like us in this room trying to erase us. Trying to erase our identities, trying to remove the fact that we contributed to building this country, this city, even this community more than they want to give us credit for. Our ancestors, our people. This is Black History Month, right? And even though our history is 24/7, 365, this month more than any other, we need to reflect on it and understand the value we brought to this country. And what I'm going to tell you and ask of you, the first ask I have of you today, is that it is a requirement of you young people to continue to push our history forward. You all have more tools to create than ever before. You can literally sit down at a computer and in 15 minutes work through a chat GPT or a Claude and build an entire business. You can create content sharing the history of your family, of your community, of the community we come from. You can do that with literally typing. And so it's time for us to take hold of that. It's time for us to use these tools to push what we need to push forward. And that's a lot of the work that I get to do every day. But it didn't start that way. It started really bumpy. I was the same goofy little four-eyed kid sitting in the stands like some of y'all may be here today. And I did not feel equipped or ready in any sense of the word when I was your age. But the first thing that I did was I tried. And oftentimes we refuse to try. That's the first hurdle. You know, it's something. Said earlier, the world is going to tell you no. People around you may tell you no. The worst thing we can do to ourselves is tell ourselves no. So you have to get up and make the attempt. Now, when I got to school and I came back home, I decided that I wanted to help the community that I lived in. When I was young, working around out here, I worked for local organizations, tutoring kids and volunteering. I always knew that giving back for me was something that felt what I was purposed and designed to do. And so I went to school for engineering. I graduated from Missouri. I worked in that field for a long time. I built websites and apps for everybody from Mary Mary to Jimmy Butler to a bunch of different orgs, Trinity United Church of Christ, St. Mark AME, Floyd Mayweather, you name it, I did it, but that didn't feel fulfilling for me. I was helping other people build their dreams while not building my own. You have to have a dream and a vision for your life. You have to write that vision out. You have to map a plan for that vision out. And it's not too early to start now. Okay, show of hands. How many of y'all know what you want to do when you grow up? I see some of the adults raising their hands. And some don't. Some of us are still figuring it out. That's okay. But what I tell you is that if you don't know what you want to do yet, try something. Push yourself. Get out there. But know the road won't be easy. There's going to be roadblocks and hurdles and bumps. But you need good mentors to overcome them. So what you have the opportunity today to do is find a mentor. I am certain that one of these amazing women in red in this room is either doing or have done something that you want to do. So express that today. Y'all hear me? Yeah. Walk up and say, hey, what do you do? We already know we've got lawyers and principals and business owners, financiers, investors, all in this room. We got to stop waiting for somebody to come get us. We're the ones we've been waiting on. We're here. So ask the question. There's not a bad one. Your question's not dumb or stupid. If you don't know the answer, it's okay. I said yesterday, I was on a call yesterday, trying to raise a few $1 million with an organization. The lady asked me something. I said, clearly, I don't have the answer for that yet, but I can get it. We don't always have all the answers, and that's okay as well. Now, you heard in the bio too, it talked a little bit about art. And I'll share with you that even at this, I'm 45 years old, at this ripe old age of mine, I'm still discovering new stuff about myself every single day because I continue to try. 5 years ago, I was offered the opportunity to go be state rep in the city of Chicago, 26th district. I had just gotten a Chicago scholarship, and so I said, hey, this isn't a good fit for me, but let me think about it. So I sat down with a friend of mine, we had a conversation about artwork. He asked me a question, he said, if you get this state rep role, what are you going to do to manage stress? I replied, hoop, basketball, I love hooping. He's like, you're too old to hoop, it's time to quit. He was right. After the conversation, I said, well, I want to get back into art. When I was a kid, I used to love to draw. And he said, you should do that. So got home, got a call the next morning. Unfortunately, that friend passed away that night. He was 41 years old. Had an aneurysm. I went to the back of my home. I got a canvas out the back. I started painting. And this is actually the piece. And normally I don't bring them, but I wanted y'all to see today. This was the piece I did, right? It's not great. It's okay. But I felt better. You ever do something where you feel better? Right? You do something that brings you joy and happiness. You don't know why, even if you're not good at it. I bowl, I'm a horrible bowler. I love bowling because I feel better, right? This was the piece. I stayed with it. I ended up turning down the opportunity to be state rep, and I kept painting. And I kept painting, and I kept painting, and I actually was at Mayo Clinic. My mom was having a surgery. I got it, thank you. My mom was having a surgery, and I painted a piece that I posted online. This is about a year later. And when I woke up the next morning, the piece had 40,000 likes. People all over the country were like, where can I buy the piece? So from 1 year from that to a year later, 40,000 likes, people asking me, where can I buy the piece? So remember, I never painted before. To today, I've actually had numerous solo shows. I've had art in Chicago PD, Will Trent, Issa Rae's bought a piece, art in Art Basel, the show in Miami, art all over the world. I've actually just painted, this is the second to the last piece I did about 2 weeks ago. Now, who would have thought at 40 years old, never painted before, you could go from that to that. And I'm not saying this to brag, I'm sharing this to tell you that there's something that's inside of each and every one of you that you are yet to discover. Now, today is the opportunity to start that discovery. Today is an opportunity for you all to start to explore. Today is an opportunity for you all to start to move your dreams forward, but you have to move your feet. You have to open your voice. You have to say something. You have to ask for help. You have to then be willing to receive that help. You have to receive feedback from that help. You have to listen and apply that feedback, and you have to keep going. And it's not going to be easy. Challenges will still come. I tell you this because I know. A couple years ago, I was driving home from an event, wearing a suit like this. I stopped to get some food. Unfortunately, someone tried to carjack me. Hit me in the face with a brick multiple times. This eye was gone. Face was fractured. Had to go to the hospital. Went, got treated, went home, sat and healed for a few weeks. My family was there the whole time. My parents, my sister called me every day to make sure I was well. You have to have great people around you that trust and love you. And love healed that trauma. And over that time, I painted. Over that time, I sat at home and I listened to the voice of God inside of me. That's when I came up with the idea for our organization to build Reach Pathways, right? God will use moments of silence and peace and calm to pour something into you. But you gotta listen. And the challenge that we have today is that we are too busy online, doom scrolling. We're listening to the wrong things. We're digesting the wrong things for us to actually hear the voice. So you're missing your call. You're missing your opportunity to build. I'm telling you, you have to listen. And if you listen, something amazing can happen. The 12 pieces that I painted went on a tour of the world, literally. The app that I built in that time has now crossed 43,000 students across the country. It's won numerous awards. And again, this is not about me, it's about listening to what's inside of you and feeling empowered to do so. And knowing that with the right people, the right things around you, the right information that you digest, you can overcome anything, any trial, to achieve your wildest dreams. So look, y'all, thank y'all for today. Before I close, I'm gonna tell another story because I love stories. There was a fire in the jungle. This is the African fire, so shout out to Black History. And the fire was raging, and it was a hummingbird that was going back and forth from the stream trying to put the fire out. You can imagine a hummingbird trying to put out a forest fire might look a little crazy. So all the animals in the forest kept telling the hummingbird, you're doing it pointless, what are you doing, why are you doing this? And I'm sure many of you hear that oftentimes from friends and people around you. Who says you can't make the team? You can't make the team. You're not tall enough. You're not big enough. You're not great enough. You're not smart enough. And you hear those same things and narratives. But the hummingbird decided that I'm gonna keep trying. And the hummingbird kept going and kept going and kept going. And finally they looked at the hummingbird and said, what are you doing? And the hummingbird said, I'm doing everything I can for as long as I can to achieve my goal. That's my final ask of you today, is to do everything you can for as long as you can, for as hard and much as you can to achieve your goal. Take advantage of today. Thank you all. I'm Jeff Beckham, and I hope you have an amazing, amazing day. God bless you.